all entertainment. It's your boy PK, and I am here short today, running a skeleton crew. But you know, my boy here, Mr. Back, he decided to come and hold it down for everyone. This man is flexing with his expensive, couch over here, making the man's jealous. He got all the gadgets hidden in his transformer couch. And then, whenever Paul shows up, if he didn't forget, he said he always does this beginning of the show, man. He just got something to do as soon as we about to start. So, but anyways, we here and we still gonna get a good show going. We still gonna have a good conversation. So, everybody, I'm glad you come through, and just please share out, get some other people coming. We're gonna definitely have some good topics, a good conversation here, yo. But before I get started, hey, thank you back for coming through, man. This special guest, he been in the community. I know you all know him. He always holding it down, always around, and always holding it down. Everybody knows back, man. He's like Mr. Clutch. That's what they call you. You should change your name, Mr. Clutch. That's what it should say instead of back. It's just Clutch, because that's what your nickname should be. Anyways, man, well, how you doing, bro? What's
I'm
going
doing
on with
great,
you?
having a great vacation. Celebrated 9 years of marriage with my wife yesterday. Had a lot of people
What?
give me congrats on Twitter. Been playing a lot of games. Played at least half of Resident Evil Code Veronica a couple days ago. You can pick that up on Xbox Games with Gold right now. Been
Code
moving
Veronica?
through the. Hmm?
You said Code Veronica?
Yeah, Code Veronica is on Games with Gold right now. You can pick up the 360 HU
Oh,
remake. I was streaming that for almost 8 hours.
I
Having
didn't
a
even
lot of fun
know.
with that. And
I gotta grab that. That's a
oh yeah,
classic.
yeah. One of my favorite series, even on True Achievements, the two most played series I've had in the last 20 years are Assassin's Creed and Resident Evil. Then also been moving through the Far Cry series that I've played through three classic, five, and New Dawn in the last month, and now I'm up to Far Cry Primal. Trying to go back and play through all those games before I move on to Far Cry 6. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on my vacation.
That's dope, man. And you you've been naming off a lot of little series, bro. Like, is it these your favorite series, or do you just that person that just you know what? I can't just play part one. I gotta play them all and then own them all just so I can have a collection. And it's just the universe. Is it, or is this
Well,
your favorite series?
Far Cry was because I heard Mav and Pong Soul talking about them a lot, so I just wanted to check out the series. So that's what that was. Resident Evil, that's one of my favorite series ever since I played it all the way back in Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1. And yeah, I've been playing ever since then on PlayStation, GameCube, Wii U,
That's
Xbox
what's up.
360 when that finally came out. But yeah, that's just one of my favorite series to play.
Before I ask you this question, I'm gonna say what's up to 100. He comes in
What's up?
as well, like another clutch. He's like the shortstop over here, and Back's
Man,
over here in right field catching all the haymakers, and he just come through hanging out. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming
no,
through,
I
bro.
didn't.
It's
Man, it's
a
so hard to get in y'all
surprise.
little screen. Man, it ain't easy. I had to go. They
I
said I
made
had to
it easy,
restream
man.
email.
I made it easy, This is what I do. This is what I do, man. Hey, thanks for coming through. Hey, everybody, this 100, Mr. Intraminute Gaming out here, giving us a surprise visit over here for 4GQ TV. And man, he's a legend out in these streets. Learned everything from this man. He is definitely the one to go to. Got all the stories, got all the skeletons in everybody's closet. But let me
I know.
finish with back, man. I want to swing back to 100, but back. Let me ask you,
Mhm.
dog. What I always wondered, somebody who's a fan of Resident Evil, did you like it when they did the live action intro like in the part one, or do you prefer it to be like it is now?
Are you talking about the movies or the games?
The game. Remember in the
Okay, the
first
game.
game had the little live action intro,
Mhm.
whatever, and then they went over to CG.
I mean, I've liked how they progressed the games. It was really weird back on the GameCube when they came out with Resident Evil 4 to switch to the third person camera. That took a little bit getting used to from the I always like to call it a security camera view because it's kind of creepy. It always looks like somebody's watching you in the game when you're playing it. So
Hmm.
as far as however they want to do it, live action versus CG, I'm not bothered by that so much. You know, that's just cool. To see them progressing the artwork over the years. But
Yeah,
yeah, as far as the camera change was a big shift, and then
the action
even I
versus
liked
the
Resident Evil 6. A lot of people didn't care for that with the way the
really.
story jumped around between six different characters. But to me, it just gave you more story, more perspectives of the events in that game. And then 7 was weird because they went from the entire Umbrella series to now you've got Ethan Winters and his storyline kicking up. So it was odd when they went to that. It was hard to figure out what they were trying to go for in 7. And then if you play Resident Evil 8, you finally start to put the pieces together. They explained the
Oh
events of
yeah, because
7
it's like
better in
a
8.
yeah, because it was like a prequel to 8, right? Because you playing that other character.
Yeah,
And
7 goes right before 8, and they explain. I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm
right.
sure there's a
Yeah,
lot of
just play
people that
it.
are
Just
new
play
to
it.
the series that didn't play before 7 or 8. So if you played 8, definitely go back to 7. You'll get an idea of better idea what's going on.
What's up? 100, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Yo, it's dope, man. We hadn't podcasted together in a minute, bro. Like, how you doing, bro? I know it's like in the business day for you, but I'm glad you come through. Like, what's
Oh
good?
no, no, man, I didn't even know.
Hey, nobody know. Look at it. Everybody didn't. Nobody knew.
I didn't know. Like I said, but I'm glad I saw the invite. I was trying to go off my phone at first, but I was like, no, I got to go get on the PC. So get your ass on the PC.
so,
Uh,
so we. Hey, listen. Today it seemed like Xbox got a lot of fire that came out today. Like a lot of stuff happening, right? But before we get to all the stuff today, I'm gonna ask you guys about this Xbox fridge, yo. This fridge, right? First, I was just say back. Was you able to pre-order a fridge? Are you interested? How you feel about the fridge, man?
I mean, it's awesome that they were able to create a real product out of a meme. First, they made the large fridges and handed out a few of those to some huge Xbox fans like Snoop Dogg and other people, and then making the mini fridge for the fans. I didn't pre-order it. I actually forgot to pre-order this one up, and I was hoping it'd be a little bit easier that you wouldn't have to be sitting there for the first minute and they just sell out that quickly. But yeah, I wasn't able to get one, but it's still frustrating to see that people like Mr. Boomstick and others in the community were sitting at their computers and the bot swallowed up all the fridges before a lot of fans could get them, which is ironic for something that was supposed to be fan service, just as a just something to give back to the fans as a joke, as far as them being able to create the fridge. But I'm not so bothered by not being able to pick one up because I think it's Aaron Greenberg has already put on Twitter that as long as there's a demand for them, they'll keep bringing out more fridges as long as people want to pick them up. So I'll catch it in the second run.
That's what's up. 100. I know you trying to pick up one of these fridges, dog. I know. Did you? Was you ever pre-order one, dog?
no, I was up. I didn't give to
Oh,
because
you
I knew I
didn't.
wasn't gonna get it. I know I was gonna roll. That's a dice.
Well, it's not
I
gonna be
just kind of
like.
knew. Like I was talking to Lemon. Shout out to Lemon. You know what I'm saying? 108 Dragons. I was talking to him. He was angry about it, and I'm like, I was not. My expectations was not for me to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I rolled the dice, I rolled the dice. Now I go into the office tomorrow. I have a target. I
It's
might go
like
sit there and talk to
7-Eleven.
somebody. But I wasn't. I didn't think I was going to get one from the get go.
No,
That's
no,
how I felt.
but you do want one though, right?
Yeah, I want one because I got to put
Yeah.
a couple of my beers in there. You know what I'm saying? A couple of
I,
beers. I need. It's a nostalgia thing, really. It's not I want I don't own the Xbox One X. I want that before I get a refrigerator. Now the price is
Series
set
X.
just right.
You ain't going backwards. You going forward. You talking about Series
Yeah.
X, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
want a
was
series. I got a Series S. I can't get a Series X right now. I'm the one to keep it real podcast. I don't have that. I have a Series S. I'm satisfied with my Series S, but I not getting a refrigerator is not bothering me at all. It's not. I mean, I see people upset on the interweb. People say that it shouldn't have just been Target. It shouldn't have be somebody else. You should have made it multiple um outlets. But at the end of the day, it was gonna get sold out.
it is a hot commodity. I mean,
Mhm.
well, it was a Twitter battle with Skittles or something that eventually won the whole thing. It was some
Yeah, if
silly
they
but
voted
funny
enough
thing.
on yes on some
Yeah.
vote they did on Twitter that they'll make it.
Hey, but I know Lemon was mad. I was talking to Lemon,
Mm.
and he was on there before me, and I don't know what it was. I was late. Him and Clowns both on there first, and then it just so happens I was able to get it. um, I don't know. I get it, but hey, it's not like the consoles. Okay, it's a mini fridge,
Mhm.
so they're gonna be able to mass produce these. It's not like we got to worry about a chip shortage. It's a freaking fridge. You know what I mean? So it'll be to the open public. You know what I mean? So everyone can definitely snatch one up. Um, I just think it's cool, man, because how many times have we ever seen like a platform holder go this far and do all these things just to make something that was a meme essentially at first turn into a reality? Because what was it like when the Series X was first revealed at the Game Awards? Everyone called it a fridge and all these other different things, but here it is, we got a fridge and everybody want it. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was
now we just need the Series S hot plate and the PS5 router.
it, yeah. I don't know about those commodities. It's not my dream to have those, but but definitely the fridge is dope. And like I said, for me, it's kind of what 100 was alluding to, is like it is kind of like a nostalgia thing, but it's more than that. It's kind of special because they went out their way to create something they didn't have to do. And not only did they create this, but is a demand for it, right? I mean, I don't know why they chose Target, to be honest. Honestly, I don't know. But Target, what does Best Buy
Probably the
sell?
highest bidder.
I think they was the highest bidder. That's why I was
Oh, got
selling
you,
one
got you.
away.
That's
Yeah,
probably.
whoever was gonna
Mhm.
put out the
But
money
couldn't
would have
they
been
just
happy.
do multiple? I
They
mean,
could have, but we don't know what we don't know what Target put up for it.
right,
Yeah, if you're
right.
putting up millions of dollars and just to gain exclusivity to where you can sell it for a few months, absolutely, they're going to go for it.
Man, so I didn't think about that, and you guys brought up a good point. Like I didn't realize that I know that bids of contracts and like that happen, but I just didn't think about it like in that means. And I'm like, who you mean Target outbidded some of the other companies that probably have more weight in their pocket? I don't I
They went for they. Sometimes you go for the juggler. You gotta roll
Yeah.
that dice sometimes.
I mean I ain't mad at Target or whatever, but I was
Mhm.
just thinking like, really? They outbidded like Walmart and Best Buy and all that. That's crazy to me. But anyways, that's to me. I can't wait. I hope everyone does get a chance to get one. I think it's dope. Very special time. Hopefully, after this, more stuff like this will come. Maybe we'll actually get a real refrigerator that we could buy that's similar, right? I don't know. Back looked like he could use one in his, next to his expensive couch, transformer couch. What'd you say? What'd you say? What?
You said a lot refrigerator.
Yeah. Nah,
I actually would rather the one that they gave to Justin. What's that old girl?
uh,
I
I
Justine.
Justine
I'd
and,
rather
and Snoop.
want well actually throw that for that little small joint.
Yeah, that was crazy. Um, for them to make those live, I was like, whoa. So they're gonna make those live. That's what I was saying. I thought they was gonna make them that way, but I take the mini fridge anyway. But because it's probably cheaper to get it mass produced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about $100 fridge versus a $1,200 fridge. And if you're already thinking your customer base that would want to pick these up, they're on Game Pass and they're paying $15 a month to buy. You know, you're thinking of how do we ship it out to the most amount of consumers the same way we ship out our games to the most amount of consumers. The price point has to be low enough for everyone to buy it. Not
Mm,
everyone's going to buy a $1,200 full size fridge if you already got one in your house. But as a novelty, if you can give them $100 mini fridge they can stick next to their couch to put a few drinks in while they're gaming, that's a lot more accessible for gamers.
yeah, I got you, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna just say, like I said, guys, whoever didn't get one, this is a fridge, man. They're gonna mass produce this. It's not like a chip shortage, like uh, you know, GPUs, PCs, and game consoles. It's not the same realm. You know what I mean? It's literally got a heating core in the back, and that's about it. There's not much technology to a fridge, dog. It's just not. Um, However, there was some awesome news released today. Um, Let's start with the series expansion drives, yo. They showed that they have a 512, of course, the 1 terabyte and the 2 terabyte. I heard some people grumbling about the price, but it's like, this is an NVMe. That's how much they cost. If you go try to buy a 2 terabyte right now, you try to get one less than $400.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with you, 100. You say you got a Series S, so you might
Right.
be looking for an expansion drive of some sort. So what's up with you, man? Which one would you want to pick up if you ain't got one already?
Uh, the 2 terabyte that worked for me. You know, that worked for me. I know everybody's not in that price
Right,
demographic to purchase stuff like that. But when y'all say y'all want to live in that PC world, PC
right,
costs. It
right,
costs to be the boss. So,
right. That's
um,
that's exactly it.
so if I get something like that, I'd rather just go for the two. I'd rather go for the straight for the two. Because I'm at 512. I'm switching between two 2 5 terabytes, and I'm mad.
At
You know what
least when
I'm
you
saying?
get your Series X, you could
Yeah, at least I
just
get to
take it
see. I
right
can
over.
keep it on. I ain't got to switch them back and then download the update and all that. I ain't got to do all that. That's what I'm doing right now. You know, and I'm like, well, what you can get this. This is something that you know is going to work. This is
This man can't have Call of Duty and Halo in the same box. So you gotta.
no. Call of Duty is gone. I got it. I put it. Thing about it is I double copied everything. That was the craziest thing. I double copied everything, so everything is double copied. So if I erase it off the external, at least I got I got the Xbox version, the regular Xbox One versions of the game.
Right.
I can still play it, but um, it's hard. Like I said, but if you guys want to say I want to run a PC and all this other stuff, I want to see you do this because you want to run a terabyte drive on that bad boy, and that's without RAM, that's without a CPU and a graphics card. Hey, and the price is gonna eventually come down. People gotta understand that.
At some point, once the new generation of the PCI 5 drives come out, then they'll probably come down. Right now, you know, this is where we at, and it's been that way for a minute. So, um, but you're right. You know, it costs for this performance. You know, this is what you asked for. You want a speed. Here it is. I don't care if it's PlayStation or Xbox. The drives are the same price though. You're not going to get any cheaper. Not right now anyway. And the thing is, it comes down to you, individual. No, there's no reason to be in outrage about it. You get what I'm saying? Like this is, you know, and 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 yeah, others think you're right. SSDs are expensive, but these aren't just SSDs. These are NVMe's, which is a different type of SSD, right? A standard SSD is a lot cheaper, but these are a lot faster because they use a different architecture. Now it's got a controller that pushes these limits. So um, the thing is, this is the realm where we at, right? And like 100 says, sometimes you just gotta put your money where your mouth is. What about you, back? What's up with you, man? How you living over there?
No, I've got a Series X. It's got the 1 terabyte internal, and then I picked up the 1 terabyte expansion card when I turned in my what was that? GameStop had it where if you traded in a 1X, that they would give you, was it like $200 credit guaranteed? So it essentially paid for the card on its own. So I picked up that one. And it's hard enough to even get the console right now. The only reason I was able to pick one up was a friend of mine was able to pick one up off of Newegg. Then I just had to pay him for that and shipping to get it to my house. But as far as the new drives, I've got an 8 terabyte external hard drive that most of my stuff is stored on, and I'll send it back and forth. I don't, if you want to be an early adopter to 2 terabytes at $400, be my guest. But yeah, I mean, I could spend that money, but it just doesn't seem feasible to spend it. I rather, use what I've already got. And 512, it's like, okay, you're going to get what, 2, 3 big games on there. For me, it's just easier to have it. It's a lot more economical to have a traditional hard drive and just move it back and forth. On top of that, the only games you really have to have installed into the NVMe's are the brand new games that are optimized for Series X and S. So you can still play all your old games off of the old hard drives. It'll be a little bit slower loading to them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's true. And by the way, guys, there's a poll out there, and I want to see how many of y'all are definitely getting into buying a a mini fridge. So go ahead and vote on that. I want to see how many of you guys out there is definitely going to pick one up as soon as you can. Go ahead and hit that poll. I want to announce the results at the end here of the show. And you're right. I get it. That's a different perspective. I know some people look at it like it's an economic thing. It to them it doesn't bring value. They were prefer to move things back and forth, and I get that. I mean, I got an external SSD hooked up to my Series X as well, and I put all my regular Xbox One games on that. However, um, these NVMe's, like I said, I got four WD Blacks 850s, and I got three. I'm sorry, three of them in my PC now, 2 terabyte, and all of them are 400, every single one. So it's nothing new to me. This is just what it is.
Yeah, for Western Digital Black or the Fire Kudos or top end.
Yeah, yeah. So the price doesn't really bother me. It's more or less you got to pay for performance, right? It's either that you want it or you don't, and it's
Mhm.
okay if you don't, and it's okay if you do. Everybody got a choice. However, I feel like that's why there shouldn't be any outrage, because the option is you don't have to invest, kind of like what you allude to. But if you do, that's okay too.
Mhm.
And the thing is, this is what we living in. You got these super powerful consoles that require this generation technology. What do you think is going to happen when we jump to the next PCIe? That's way more
Oh, Lemon
expensive.
has already been talking about the next gen
Yeah, yeah.
next
So
gen storage
once we get
devices.
there,
It's
it's
insane.
going to be light years more expensive. So it's
Mhm.
more or less. Please be happy with what we got, right? Where we at, and it looks like we got Paul. You know, he finally remembered to come back to the show at some point.
Can you hear
Um,
me? Please tell
y-
me you can hear me.
yeah, we can hear you, man. I hope everything's okay. And you know,
Yeah, as soon as I tried to fix one thing, it decided that Windows 11 wanted to do the entire upgrade. It's like, oh, really? Now?
so I'm just want to throw some out here. I played a game with a guy who had a gamer tag called High Grass Prices, and every time I seen that, I thought about Paul. I think Paul should just rename his name. He just change his name to High Gas Prices. He just he it's like he's always going to war with technology and everything.
Uh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
but
So I take it you're talking about the SSD prices and the new SSD
yeah,
announcements.
yeah,
That's what I picked up a second ago.
yes, Paul, yes.
Yeah.
Our
Do you want me
re
to? Can I say something about that,
as
or do
long as
you
you
want
don't
to
turn
finish
into
saying
an
what you were
Xbox
saying?
commercial, go ahead, dude.
um,
By the
I'm
way,
not.
guys,
I'm
I'm
not.
only
I'm
making
not.
fun because he is on an Xbox commercial for real. He is our resident celebrity.
Right. Um, anyway, um, but you're right. And you brought up a good point. Technology is changing, and if you want these consoles to work to the best of their ability, you have to get the new stuff that goes with it. You can't complain, oh, why can't I just use an old SSD? You can, but you're not going to get the best results from it.
Well, you
You know,
can't for the new games.
well, for yeah, or but you can. I mean, you can plug one into the US to the port on the back or whatever and get some improvement on speed, but not. You're right. For the new games, ain't gonna work. That's just the way it is. And yeah, they're priced a little high, and they will come down. But I responded to somebody in one of the chats that it's probably going to be at least a year before they come down because of the supply chain issues and stuff. So, and like you said, you can choose not to buy it. Nobody's forcing you to buy these SSDs. If you think they're too expensive, don't get one. I run on a WD Black that's where I store most of my old games and where I move stuff off when I need to make space, and I just move it back when I want it. Or with really nice internet, you just uninstall and reinstall it when you need it. So it's just the way it is. Do I wish they were cheaper? Sure, but I'm not going to be able to afford one, and even if I could, it's not high up on my priority list. So
I'll,
so
Yeah,
that's
and
where
I
I'm
mean,
at
you're
with that.
and that's what I'm saying. I think it's okay either way,
Yeah.
but I think the outrage is just not necessary.
No.
And I see Sick in the chat, and he's talking about the proprietary talk to. And to be honest, I think the proprietary way was probably the best way to go about this.
Yeah.
Because it's plug and play, right? 100 upgrade to the Series X. I mean, literally, you just plug it into the other box, and
Yep.
he's good to go. He don't have to do any configurations or nothing.
Nope.
Just there, and I think that's probably the best way to go about it.
And one
Um,
thing it does too with proprietary, it's quality control because
mhm.
there are other companies that say you can use any old drive and do whatever, but there's a quality control issue when you start allowing that. And Microsoft or whoever can't be responsible for if things go wrong when you use those, cheaper components. Yeah, and they
Well,
won't
and
be
uh,
even
responsible.
back on the Wii, there was still you had to use certain drives to be able for the system to recognize it. Same thing with the 360.
Yeah.
You couldn't just plug anything in there.
Nope.
And remember that right now we're only dealing with Seagate storage expansion drives. Later on, more companies will bring out their own drives where that'll competition
Yep.
between them will probably lower the price as well.
Yep. And Microsoft will certify those other drives from the other company and go, okay, these are going to work fine for you. You know.
well, I mean, it. The thing is, we're talking about these drives, right? And their next this or super fast generation drives, right? People already don't understand the technology because they think it's supposed to cost as much as a typical HDD.
Right.
why would you want someone to open their console to mess with something they don't understand what it is
Yep.
and start messing with?
Hmm.
That's probably not the best thing to do. Is to
Oh,
give them a
just
screwdriver and just go crazy.
Yeah,
and
Uh,
you
just
can't.
throw
Most
and
people
just
don't
throw
know
on a
how
heat
much
and
RAM.
just throw on a heat
You
sink.
can't.
You know,
It's a
anybody can
lot
do
of
that.
guys that got more RAM in their phone than they got in their PC.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true.
see that part right there. So probably more cores than their PC too. You never know. You just I don't know, man. That's kind of thing. But this is why I think people need to take a step back and look at this high level. You got a console $500
Mhm.
or $300, either one. You will not find a PC that could give you that performance for that price. You won't.
Mm-mm.
No matter what you do, no matter what you build, one component. Let's just talk about GPU by itself. Costs what 3 times as much as a series
Yeah.
console right now, and you talking about a
Yeah.
whole
Well, if
PC.
they're not
Like,
being scaled to be a lot cheaper.
well, still, even with that,
Well,
that's one
yeah,
component, and you're talking about a whole machine, all in one closed device that could do all that
Mhm.
without needing to do any modifications or buying extra parts.
yeah, it would cost you a whole lot more to build a PC to the specs of what the Xbox Series X is.
So, or the S, either
Yeah.
one,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you got people still trying to pay or sell 1660 Ti's for $700-800. Like, what?
Yeah, my
Yo,
1650 Super goes for if I pull it on my PC, I could sell it for more than my console.
that's insane. That's you can't you just can't beat it. It's just too good of a deal. And I ain't trying to beat this. I just want to know.
Mhm.
And Paul, since you took a vacation and came back, 100 joined us. So
Hi,
I know
100. How are you?
I don't know if you've seen, and I didn't get to ask you. Was you getting a mini fridge?
Am I? No.
Yeah.
Not fiscally responsible for me to get a mini fridge at this time. Um, would I like one at some point? Absolutely. But right now, no.
Physically irresponsible. What the heck are you
I
talking
know
about?
I'm a gamer who decides he wants to eat food more than it doesn't do me any good if I got a nice mini fridge and nothing to put in it. Okay, it's just,
I thought you was gonna be like 100, just get some beers and put it in it.
Yeah, you
Be
gaming on you
Mhm.
gaming on the budget.
Oh,
You
yeah.
over there gaming on the budget, old man Paul.
that's right.
You banging on the budget.
They need a game pass for alcohol. Then I'll be set. Yeah.
Oh, they've got subscription services for beer and everything else.
Yeah, you were right about that, he bought. And I mean, the thing is, it's this is where we at, and I'm gonna lead this be. I just wanted to address he bought in chat. He's talking about the price, but the thing is, it's just what it is. And when we go to the next generation, it's just going to be more expensive. So it's like be happy with what you got. I
Yep.
would prefer to stay with the 4.0 than to jump to the 5.0 right now, because it's going to get hot. Like it's going to cost more than your TV. Matter of fact, most of these guys don't even have a TV to support half the crap
Yeah.
anyway. Like I know
That's
I
Yeah,
all.
have
I'm
That's the
better.
still
point.
on 4K
They
60, no
yeah.
HDR.
They just want a machine that'll do it, even if they don't have any way to see it. It's like what?
So I wanted to shift into another Xbox topic. It was like what they showed, since we're talking about GPUs, they showed a Halo Infinite AMD 6900 XT. I know that's crazy. A Halo 6900 ST. They got a partnership with AMD and come out with their best GPU. I don't know if y'all seen that, but you got to go look at it. It's a pretty card. I ain't gonna lie. I know
Mhm.
my card. I got 6900 XT too, and I'm gonna tell you, I got LEDs on the front where the fans is, but because of how my case is, I have to install it, but it's upside down, so I can't even see the fans. but but still, with that being said, it's still a pretty card, and I think that's awesome, almost like a collector's edition. And if you guys was into like picking up GPUs and stuff like that, I think that would be a awesome grab. I don't know how you guys feel about that. What do you think, Lonnie?
Hey, if I get it, hey, I ain't gonna lie, it's going on the market. It's bitter.
You
I
said,
usually
how
don't
about
do no giveaways or nothing. I made sure I saw that this morning, and I
yo?
said, "Wow, this is a gorgeous card." I mean, that's one of the like I saw cards. I see GPUs all the
It
time, but
was pretty though,
dang,
right?
that I'm like, I'm a Halo enthusiast. Y'all don't know, I'm Halo everything.
That was I was
I
like,
listened to Halo book last night. You know what I'm saying? I that's what I do. But I'm like, that is crazy. But you know what? This is what I'm glad Microsoft didn't do. Didn't try to they said we're gonna give it away to certain people. They did not try to put a price on it and give it out to the masses because it'd be the same thing happening to that refrigerator and everybody gonna lose their mind.
hey, I already lost my. I was like, I looked at my card like, yo, I want that. That is a pretty card. I ain't gonna lie.
You-
Whoever gets that, man, yo, kudos, yo.
Mhm.
That's gonna be hard to get. I'm gonna tell you that now because it's hard to get one. Period. Let alone
yeah.
a Halo Infinite Edition.
Yeah.
I can imagine somebody get that flipping for 10 stacks, like, because that's a collector's. You're not gonna get a lot of those made. That's for sure. Um,
Yeah, it was hard enough to get the Halo Series X versus even trying to pick up that card.
The Halo controller, anything,
wait a
Yeah,
that
minute.
the
you,
Series 2 controller.
yeah.
You guys, wait a minute. You guys got
I
any?
didn't.
You got to go ahead,
No,
Paul.
I wasn't able to pick up any of that.
All
What
that
No,
about
but
you,
stuff,
I'm
just
just
Paul?
like
talking
the
about
fridge,
in
it sold out
general.
really
It was
quick.
hard
Yeah.
for a lot of people to get.
Right now, I think if they put Halo jock straps on the market, they'd disappear too.
Man, let me tell you,
Well,
I just thought that was crazy. It's like
Yeah.
it was all day. It was like somebody just decided, you know what, we got a lot of stuff. We're just gonna just tell everybody everything today and change their life. And it's crazy. All this stuff happening one day, dude. I was reading, and then this is a different topic, but I'll just say this, and I'm not sure you guys are all PC gamers, but if you do get a chance to pick up or try to get one of those cards, I'm gonna tell you now, it will be worth some cash. It will be. That's a collector's. You will not get another one like it. That's for
Yep.
sure. You would not. I'm telling you. And since the GPU market is the way it is now, oh yes, you can just
and
ask for what you want. There and they will pay it.
y'all talking about cryptocurrency. That's cryptocurrency right there. That card.
That's a whole lot of it right there. Yeah.
Oh, but I love to see that because it shows the partnership between Microsoft and AMD. They really in it for the long run, which is a great thing. And we're gonna have more things come down the line. I mean, it is what it is. Microsoft has always been a forward-thinking company, always seeing the future, even though nobody else can see it, right? So we're gonna see more of these type of things happening, and this is kind of why I brought up the mini fridges because it's like you never see this, but you're seeing it a lot more, right?
Right.
And that's kind of the thing, and I'm hoping that we see it more and more of our culture being mixed into other things because
Mhm.
that's where we live at.
And
That's
and oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say I read the article you posted in regards to the video card, and it talks about the partnership that Microsoft has with AMD, and the way that their AMD is using Halo basically to push their envelope to get the best that they can. And I checked. I had to double check to make sure I remembered correctly. Remember the GPU inside of our Series X is an AMD modified processor. So basically, anything they do to improve the performance of Halo and any other thing on AMD is probably going to come down to our consoles as well. So it's all win for us. This partnership is win-win for the gamer who's on a Series X or a Series S.
I mean, that's true. RDNA 2 was co-developed with Microsoft and AMD, and that's why a lot of the components must have Microsoft's APIs. direct storage, right? That technology ain't even came to PC yet, but it's in the box. It's in the Series S. It's in the Series X. It's not even on PC yet.
Yep.
But when
So
it
They, they, they,
does,
they had a they had a video about it. That's why I watched it in the video. That's how I knew about it
but when it
on the
comes,
Xbox channel.
yeah.
it's gonna be a thing. You might have quick resume on PC. You never know.
Mm.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Hey, I ain't never giving that up. Hey, I'm no that
Yo,
that that's a wonderful. That's a I can't live without quick resume.
I had to go back to my One X for a while after I had my Series X. Oh, it was painful, man. It was painful. It was like, damn, where is my stuff?
yo, let me get this super chat. Yo, Dragon. Yo, man, I lost my train. My God, man. Look, I was looking for you all day, man. I'm glad. Thank you for the super chat, dog. He says, peace, love, and life. I'm gonna get that wrong every time he gonna
I
kill
do it
me.
myself.
Y'all enjoying the show, mad love. Hey, mad love back. Of course, he's always the one holding it down, always lurking in the shadows, but listening in with his head, with his little ear pods in, with his dog. The one that's from Toto from what's that? Was
The
that
Wizard of Oz. The
Wizard
Wizard
of
of
Oz?
Oz.
You know, he got that little Toto dog. You know what I mean? And a little barky dog that he loves. But yo, thanks, bro, for sure. You always family. Mr. Retro Renegade, along with Paul, Mr. Retro Renegade. I always got Retro Renegade family on here. Now I got Intermediate Gamer on here too. So now I got another extension of my families out here. It was a little hard to get everyone because everyone just got stuff to do all the time. So, but I appreciate it though. Thanks. And then got another super chat. Holding it down, guys. This is from Emmanuel. Holding it down, guys. Good panel tonight. 100. Mad peace of love. I got the 20th anniversary controller, but did anyone get the Xbox Adidas? Yo, did those come out? I didn't know those
No,
came
I
out.
think that's a giveaway too. I think that's a
That's a
giveaway
giveaway?
too. Yeah, that's a
Are
Yeah,
you
that's a
giveaway.
serious?
giveaway. Yep.
Oh man. That's another one. You don't never see this. That's another one.
Mhm.
One thing good about me is if I win those shoes, I could have them for years and I'll still look like new after I've had them for, just because I never walk on them. But that's
Paul, I don't know if you trying to flex or you trying to make a joke on yourself. I can't tell what you trying to do over
Maybe a little bit
there.
of both.
a little bit of both, yeah.
um, but yeah, so that's another one. Those Adidas is another example of the culture being mixed in with things that we like and love. It's not just swag anymore, right? This is a fusion, kind of like it's immersed into our world now, and
Yeah,
and
you're
I
used to
want
that
that to
from video
continue.
games, just not the actual console manufacturer. Like I can go pick up shoes or T-shirts or little toys from
Right, you can get
the Bungie
merch.
store. You'll get stores like that, but yeah, from the manufacturer, this is a little bit newer.
Right, you just don't see that. So I'm hoping that continues and we get more integrations, right? Because I think that's dope. Um, we never know, man. It could be a Xbox built into our cars and stuff going forward. You never know,
Yeah.
man. Might be on the
They got what you
bus
call it in
or the
Teslas.
train.
Yeah. Well, one
In
thing I
Teslas,
noticed
they're
with this
bringing in
generation, yeah,
they're bringing in what you call it in Teslas.
yeah.
What
Cloud gaming in
cloud
Teslas.
gaming
Oh yeah.
that
With
works
Test
too because
Game
that's
Pass.
with
easy.
with this generation, Xbox is very much a hey, we're here, we're going to make sure you know it that they're not hiding. They're on everything now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and with that being said, man, there was another article. Back for Blood, guys. I'm sure everybody's at least tried it. It is a fun game. It is a co-op game. And they did interview. Who did they interview with? They interviewed. I can't remember. Um, One of the direct game directors. And what was special is they came out and talked about how Game Pass was acceptable to their success, and they looked at it like this is a must. And I think it was if I read
I'm
his
looking
words
up the article
correctly,
now because I
he
posted it, so I'm
says
going to
he
get his
says it's
name.
a co-op game, and we need to fill as many players in this co-op game as we can. We need to get this in front of as many people as possible. and that brings
Michael
and that
Leary was the
Michael Leary.
person's
There you
name.
go,
Yeah.
and that brings all of our success. So, with that being said, I don't know if everybody read that article. It really doesn't matter as much because I know it's all the same song and dance. We all know the Game Pass is great for developers, otherwise, they wouldn't do it. But I like to hear what everybody else thinks. So, 100, what about this Back for Blood? And they're coming out saying, specifically with their own mouths, word for word, yo, Game Pass is the platform we need to be successful.
We've been saying that for months, years, about Game Pass first came out. Um, you want to perfect example. What's been we play games. So what's the perfect example? What game came out today that I guarantee it's about a million people finna go run to? Dragon Ball Z, because it came out on Game Pass.
Fighters.
Everybody gonna come roll out because you bring in an audience that's already there that's gonna try games that they really don't usually try. Everybody's not a fighting fanatic, but would you gonna try it because you already got it part? How many movies that you watch on Netflix or HBO Go and all these other stuff that you usually would not watch if you was watching it at home on your regular HBO and you saw what's that squid? What's the thing? Squid
Squid
Squad or
Games.
something? I
Squid Games.
wouldn't watch that for nothing. But you gonna try it because you gonna
Squid
try it
Game.
Red
Squid
because
light,
Game.
green light.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not going to. If that just came on every week, like what is this? I'm not gonna watch that. It's called Squid Squad. I'm not watching that. But then you're gonna sit there. If you sit there and you got it in a subscription service, like you know what? I'm gonna try this. It's you got opportunity. You got a install base that's already there,
Right.
and that's what people don't understand. And it's not like you're not paying the developers or all. They're getting paid. They're trust me. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be all these AAA titles coming in the Game Pass. Even the double, even they even show off indie developers,
Right.
and it's some.
Yep.
And I play indie games. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I play the hell out of them, but they wouldn't get
Yeah.
known. Sometime is because they're not in Game Pass.
Game Pass working hand in hand with ID at Xbox is a win-win situation for
Hmm.
all of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know you was done. 100. You got more
Yeah, I'm
than
done.
that.
I'm done. And I just
I
this
didn't
this
know.
y'all show. This not my
I
show. This
it
is y'all
seemed like
show.
Paul just like, you know what? I got more things in my brain. I just
I'm
get
sorry.
it.
I'm just used to. I'm
Go,
sorry.
You
Paul.
I'm
good,
just
bro?
used to
I'm
doing
just
that.
teasing. I'm teasing,
Yeah.
bro. You
Me
know
and
you
me and
good.
Paul, say me and Paul
You
first
good.
podcast together. Come on,
You
come
good,
on, old
bro.
man
Go
Paul.
ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Paul.
I'm sorry. I'm just used to interjecting. So
No,
I'm
you
just.
good. You know
Yeah.
what you should do, Paul? You should play your commercial since you don't have your camera
Then
on. Go
my
ahead and
my
play your
little thing.
commercial.
Well,
Yeah, you
I was actually going to mention that too because you mentioned Game Pass where you would try games that you would normally try. I consider Game Pass an extension of their accessibility outreach because as a
mm,
disabled gamer, I would try games I would definitely never ever consider trying before because I've been burned on paying for $70 or $60 for a game and getting it and then not being able to play it. So basically, I've wasted all that money. Now with Game Pass, I can try these games, and if I can't play them, nothing but time is lost for me, and I got plenty of that. So
so
you want me to do the whole commercial? Okay, a week from today, noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern on the Xbox Ambassadors Twitch channel. I will be hosting and having a accessibility and disability awareness in gaming program for 2 hours, including people from Xbox and a few of the other game hosts from the Xbox Ambassadors program who are also disabled. If you can, if you would please join us. If you have any questions, we're gonna have a blind gamer. We're gonna have a quadriplegic gamer. We're gonna have a me that just has difficulty gaming and a couple other people. So, and it might be informative. You might learn something. I mean, I'm not saying you will, but it should be interesting anyway. So, if you could, next week, Thursday, the 28th, from noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 to 5 Eastern, hop on over, please. There you go. There's my commercial.
Thank you, Paul. That's amazing. Actually, it is a great thing Paul does for the community. I think he represents a big portion of gamers, especially that uh, the Xbox brand has been working hard to incorporate, and that's the accessibility side. You know, these guys are gamers too, and they definitely deserve to have just as much of options as anyone else. So, um, appreciate what you do there, Paul. He is an ambassador for Xbox. He's probably a little bit of everything, but I'm gonna just keep it short because Paul will go on forever about everything he's into. But and more importantly, if you guys are interested, definitely follow Paul on Twitter. I'm sure he has all his links for everything on your Twitter, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so definitely, you guys want to come through, check that out. I think you should definitely at least check it out. Support Paul, and this accessibility push because, like I said, the more of us that get options to play games, the more of us we get to play games with new people and have a better community. So I think that's a good thing. Um, with that being said, my original question, however, was about Back for Blood. And um first of all, have you played Back for Blood? I know 100 did. Me and 100 went in on the game. We got to do it again, but we went on again. What
I
about you,
have.
Paul?
I did the beta and I've done a little bit of the game since it released. It definitely got harder when it released. I will say we didn't see everything in the beta that they showed us once the game was out.
Of course.
It's a fun game. It really is.
That's what's up.
And it looks great. And I love the fact that every time you run it, even if it's the same part over and over because you keep dying, like me personally, it's always different. They randomize a lot of this stuff, which doors you can unlock, which doors you can't, which big mobs you're going to become and when. A lot of it is randomized, which means it's got great replayability. And you can't just when you think you got to figure it out, they're going to throw something new at you. So I love it.
That's what's up, man. And I think you touched on something that nobody talked about, but I'm gonna let Back get his thoughts in on this, and then I'll circle back to something that Paul touched on, but he didn't take it home. But go ahead, Back. What's your thoughts on Back for Blood and the director come out specifically saying this is how you build? What do you say? This is how you build a community. This is how
Yeah,
you build people playing this game.
yeah, it's great. It's great for the devs to get more eyes on their game. I jumped into the beta with, I played it with Mav and some of the people from Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Played with Mike, Chris, and Peter from Next Level Gaming, and even got to play a little bit with Goat Forest Gaming and Meisuko for a bit there. So yeah, it's great for them to get more eyes on their game, and yeah, the full release definitely got a little bit more difficult than the beta, which that's fine. We tried it when I played with Lemon and Italian Clowns. We tried to just ratchet it up. Oh, we're just gonna start at veteran. It'll be fine. Yeah, that didn't go
Oh
well.
my god. Yeah, bugging.
Yeah, that didn't go well. Oh, okay, push it back down to rookie. Let's level up, and you can definitely see it. Level up your character, get your supply points, purchase cards. The more you go, you get better cards. And after you get past the tutorial, the beta only had 4 characters. Once you get past the tutorial, you'll get the other 4 characters in there, and each one has their own abilities, which a lot of people have talked. There's certain healer characters just have more utility than other characters in the game. So maybe there's some balancing they need to do between the characters to make them more viable for everyone to use. But yeah, and being in Game Pass is great for them, especially for multiplayer games. You want as much people in there as possible so that your matchmaking times are not that long. If somebody's just jumping in and doesn't have somebody to play with, they could just jump in. My only thing that's irritating is I wish they'd shut off that voice chat in game Like,
Preach.
if I'm in a party, just shut it off for me, because that has been one irritation. Because you'll start hearing yourself twice, and everybody's echoing in the party. And then on top of that, it was weird last night. I jumped in solo and matchmate. Well, I only have one other guy with me. They gave us 2 bots for 3 areas. It's like, okay, is there really nobody else playing this? I mean, that's part of the reason why you got it in Game Pass in the first place. So I don't know if there's some optimization they need to do with the matchmaking as far as that goes, but yeah, the game is a ton of fun to play with friends and just go out and kill zombies, have fun with everyone.
That's what's up, man. And I wouldn't say that you can turn off the in-game chat. Just going to
Oh
into
yeah,
your
I just
audio.
wish it was off by default, so you're not
Oh
getting
yeah,
that. At least if you're in a party. If
right,
you're
right.
only in the game, I get that. But if I'm already in an Xbox party and it's still switched on, yeah, now I
Right.
gotta go in the settings and turn it off. But a lot of
No,
games
I
have
got
that
you.
off by default.
Yeah, you. I mean, I got you. And I mean, the way I see it is, this game is on multiple platforms, so they kind of
Mm.
try to make it work across the board, right? And that's probably why, I'm not saying that's why, but it could be why uh, it was set up that way. However, I want to just touch on the fact that Game Pass allows you to try games and new games and games that you probably wouldn't have tried, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've
Well, back in the
played it.
day, we didn't have Game Pass, right? We had demos. Demos are now almost obsolete.
Hmm.
That's probably why Game Pass is more important right now.
Well, you still have stuff like Steam Next Fest where you're playing demos, and they'll have a ton of those on there to try out when you're seeing new games come out. But as far as when the game's fully released, yeah, game subscription services like Game Pass are definitely a lot better. And even demos, they're still there. They're just not as prevalent as they used to be. Then again, when I first started gaming, we're talking about cartridges. There wasn't such a thing as demos back then. That was you going over to your friend's house. Hey, can I borrow this to try
Well,
out different
I'm not
games?
old.
That's a
But think about it with Game Pass. Nobody talks about too. Is I don't know if you guys have access to it. I have access to it. It's games like Echo Gen. I didn't know if I wanted to download it or not, and I got to play it through the cloud. And I don't see a lot of people talking about that option. Like,
Yeah.
let's try out this game through the cloud. Do I like it? Should I download it, or should I just leave it in the cloud?
Yeah,
And I
Right.
don't see.
that's just beta right
yeah.
now. It's not open to
I
everybody,
have it.
but
I
a lot of
mean,
us have
I
it.
play a
Yeah.
bunch. I tried first
Mhm.
person shooters. I didn't try. I went through that, but it's not available for everyone.
No,
But
but it is an option, and it
yeah,
does
Yeah.
bring that idea to the table, especially with integration into TVs and these whatever these sticks are and things like that. Just more options that allow people to get more eyes on it. And it's kind of like if Back for Blood was in the cloud. That's amazing. That's dope.
is this in the cloud?
See, that's dope.
Hmm.
Yep.
There you go.
And
It's in the
it's
cloud. You can go. I could
yeah.
play Black and Blood on my phone.
Yep. And it just came to console for the alpha skip ahead last week. So more
Yeah.
people will start seeing it soon. So
Right. So, I mean, that's what I think is dope, and I think a lot of people are going to follow that trend. Right. I think a lot of even Microsoft's competitors are going to do something similar
yeah.
because it's just the best direction for marketing. It's best direction it's like the old marketing trick, right? Yeah, I don't know if you guys mom used to get the Sunday papers just for their coupons, and
Oh
it'd be
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she
especially
she
for Black Friday sales.
Mm.
yeah, you might not go to the store to buy whatever, but every 10 people that might have got that coupon, at least 2 more people would buy something that may not have bought it if they didn't get it. And that's the idea, right? So that I think that same marketing strategy does work, and it
And
works
with
good.
cloud, you're getting more eyes on the product, which is what they want. That's the whole
Right.
drive. They're getting
And
more
that's
eyes
what
on the
that
product.
and that's exactly what the um what the article talked about when they were interviewing. More eyes on the product. I mean, 20 million people day one, plus everyone else on the other platforms. Yo, that's more sales.
Yep.
So they are being more successful now than maybe if they wouldn't have partnered with Game
And
Pass.
in
Because
Asian territories and
oh yeah,
over
yeah,
in
that's right.
like Korea, you don't have so many people buying consoles. The cloud is great for that. And we were just talking about storage space earlier. That if you don't got much storage on your console, but you want to try a game out before you go through the time of downloading, especially depending on your internet speed, how long it's going to take to download, you can check it out on your phone before you go through that. And I was even playing a bit on my phone with my controller earlier, just to go through Game Pass Quest. You, can- you can try games out and still get points that way, to what you can redeem for gift cards or whatever you want through Microsoft Rewards and check out games that way. And then you can decide if you want to go through and download it to your console and, without the immediate need to take up storage space or move stuff around.
Yeah, I mean that again, another option, another benefit. We were just talking about Dragon Ball Fighters, and 100 is like everybody gonna come out the closet and want to play Dragon Ball Fighters because it just dropped, and that's true. It's going to be a lot of people who never tried it because they seen the game. It might have been a paywall, whatever, and here it is on Game Pass, allow it giving you easy entry to give it a shot. So that's I think that's a big deal, and I'm glad that this is the movement we're going or the direction we're going through. Doesn't mean you can't buy the games. I just want to get rid of that um, mentality like you can't buy a game that's on Game Pass. Let's be honest, you get discounts that they on Game Pass, so that's the whole point. Is for you if you want to keep it in your collection, you can buy it discount. That's just what it is. Um, with that being said, I know we beat that to the bush. I don't want to sound like a Game Pass commercial. It was just a lot of great stuff um, uh, that happened today, and I think it was worth definitely talking about. Um, but for me, there was also something that happened this past weekend. Um, you know, there was a event. I know you guys know DC fandom. You guys may not be a DC fan per se, but there's a lot of great things that they showed. Specifically, um, at the very, very minimum, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the two games that they did show, which is the Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad trailer. At least I think so. I'm hoping. So I'm going to ask, and we'll go 100. Did you see those trailers? And if you did, what is your thoughts on each game, and how do you feel about this? Do you think this would be dope to have? Do you even think that one of them might even drop on Game Pass day one?
Everybody know I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think these. I think they're gonna hit you for that $70. They're gonna hit you for the $70. But no, I liked it with what I saw from both games. I wasn't expecting them out this year. I was not. Like I'm a
Nah, nah.
guy. People don't understand. I'm a guy with low expectations. People tell when you go high, you're gonna be disappointed. I'm going with low expectations. I forgot about fandom. And when I looked at the games, I'm like, okay, oh, they're gonna talk about the owls. Nobody
Yes.
do. Yeah, I said nobody don't know about the owls, but they finna teach you how to know about these owls because they
Yo,
crazy. When you
yo.
got the penguin telling you, and I like how they did the penguin. They didn't make him look crazy. They didn't make him look crazy. So I said, all right, I could deal with this. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get four different perspectives of the game. You're gonna get four different perspectives because you're getting and I'm gonna tell you guys this is not a secret. Batman ain't dead. I'm gonna tell you he ain't dead. I'm gonna tell you this is I don't read. I'm not PK, my man Flip, and all them. They're come. I'm just telling you out of my soul and my heart. Batman playing the game with them because he realized they're playing the game with him.
I,
So
I
they're playing
I
the
don't know
game with
about
him.
him playing the game, but I think something is going on for
Yeah,
sure.
something going on. So
What do you think
it's
about?
something they took when you play chess, you take puzzle pieces off the board. They took themselves off the board. I don't think Gordon is dead. I think they took themselves off the board to see who was the pawns and who's on the other side of the chessboard to have it goes down. So it looked like it's going to be a good game. Um, I can't wait to play it. It's a day one for me.
Yo,
It's a day one.
it is a co-op game, I'm glad you're excited for it. Um, do you do you think it's you said it was a 4-player co-op? We agreeing it's a 4-player co-op,
Yeah,
everybody?
just 4-player co-op
Okay, okay.
because you got 4 characters.
Yeah,
But
I
I
just
think four.
don't. I
It's an
just don't
open
know.
world game, so it's an open world. You can do it in GTA. Why you can't do it in there? GTA, you
Mm,
can have 12 people in the game.
yeah,
I hope it's a four. No, what? I hope it's a 4-player co-op.
I
I
hope so
hope.
too. I know it's at least multiplayer. I don't know if it's 4, but hopefully it is.
Mhm.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen any gameplay of it yet, so I wouldn't.
Really,
The
you missing
trailers
out.
look great.
No, they have some gameplay. You missing out.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
They just showing. They show each one of them by themselves.
right. They didn't show the co-op piece per se. They showed it when they originally revealed it. They showed some co-op at that point, but not this weekend. So, what was your thoughts on the Suicide Squad?
Oh, it's bees for your walls. I'm with that too. I'm with that too. I'm gonna go play. I buy everything. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna go in there with that because that's something that's different out of the in the multiverse of the DC. Like you got to go against the heroes and the villains got to save the world. Let's go. And I'm excited for that. You
Let,
got me excited
let
for
me
it.
tell
If
you,
you give me a excited for a game, I'm gonna buy it.
that's what's up, and that's all. This is what it's about, But I'm gonna tell you, there was something intentional there. They only showed the cinematics, but this game is being done by Rockstar, and they do not put put out trash. They're very quality.
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady, Rocksteady. Sorry, apologize to Rockstar, Rocksteady. I didn't apologize. Okay, you do quality work, and that's what's up. Um, so they only showed the trailers. Do you think that they're hiding some, or they're doing that on purpose to kind of spoil you guys when it comes down to the mechanics of the game? And that's for 100.
You gotta hide something. Just like people mad about Halo ain't got no campaign, nothing else no more. You gotta hide something on your game. You don't want to let your game out. This is the interweb now. The interweb go data mine everything in the world. You don't want to give that up. So I'd rather you go black night, go dark. Go
Yeah.
dark with it. Just show the little something until it's time, and then you just sit there. That game could be like Sunset Overdrive. We don't know. I
Right.
like that. I just like that I don't know. And that's where I came. I come from the Atari 2600 days. I come from where I had to read a game pro 2 months later after they talked to the writers. I had to read what's going on in the game. It wasn't like nobody's jumping up and let's go to introduce my game. So I'm content what they're doing. Um, and you ain't got to do what everybody's doing. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to show that game, don't show the game. You show Gotham Knights was good enough for me.
I
That was good enough for me.
don't
I
think they're
don't
going to
care about
release at the
Suicide
same
Squad.
time. They're not going to compete with
Mhm.
themselves, but
No, I
No.
think one will come out. I think one will come out in like February, March, and the other one come out do Christmas. That's how I feel. You do it that way.
so Paul,
Yo,
I don't want to.
staying here being polite and quiet. So I was waiting for my turn.
He muting his mic. He must have been chewing on something. So
No, you can't hear me. Shit.
yeah, no, I can hear you, dude. I can hear you.
Okay, don't do
Well,
that to me, man. It
no,
makes me
no, no,
nervous.
no, no. Um, so did you see
Oh
the?
yeah, I watched them both, and I was gonna say, Rocksteady. To me, Rocksteady doesn't have to show it. They have the pedigree that was Arkham Asylum, the pedigree
Mm.
that was Arkham City. We know they can do that world, and we know they can do it well. You know,
So
so
they set a bar that they have to
yeah,
at least meet, is what you're
yeah,
telling me.
absolutely. Um, and of the two games, that's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. Um, though I am looking forward to the Suicide, like I said in our chat, I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad because it looks like it caught the humor and everything from the most recent Suicide Squad movie, which I loved. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I like the over
it
the
was
top violence.
fantastic. It was a
I,
great
you know,
movie. Great
um,
movie. It surprised a lot of people, and then they got a green light for a freaking TV show off of it.
yeah, I know. I don't know
Like
how they're gonna do
out
that,
of
but
nowhere, like all the
um,
characters nobody ever seen before. Like, yo,
Yeah,
yeah, only
Peacemaker.
us
I'm like,
hardcore
who the
comic
hell is
book people know
Peacemaker?
anything really about
yeah.
the Suicide Squad and about all that stuff. You know, um, but I think, and you were talking about if any of them will come to Game Pass. If any deal comes from the whole Warner Brothers talk that's always floating around, then it'll come to Game Pass day
Well, we
one.
got a Warner Brothers published game in Game Pass right now called Back for Blood.
Right. Because that of the two games, I think if any of them come to Game Pass day one, it's going to be Suicide Squad
I was thinking Gotham Knights, but okay,
or got or
that's fair.
whichever one Warner Brothers is doing. Always for some reason I can't keep those two straight in my head.
They're doing Gotham Knights.
Okay, yeah, so that one, Gotham Knights, would possibly come to Game Pass day one, um, which would be awesome, especially if it's multiplayer. Um, and both of them, I hope both of them, and this is me, have a good, if possible, campaign, especially a single player campaign. I don't, yeah, as much as I like Injustice 2, how they had the fighting and telling the story, that's not really my style of game. I really want something that I can look around in and see more than just the flat backgrounds. But that's just me. But I'll be happy with whatever they give us based on what I've seen of these two things right now so far. I'm thrilled. I mean,
So based on the things that we have seen, and I'm gonna ask you, Paul, do you think that Gotham Knights will actually have a more successful launch than Avengers?
uh, if they learn from Avengers'
I'm
mistakes,
throwing,
yes.
I'm throwing stuff out there.
Oh,
Hey,
uh,
it's in Game
but
Pass.
yes,
Avengers in Game
I think
Pass now.
yeah.
I know, but that's gonna take a
And
year.
I've been playing Avengers and it's okay, but I see its shortcomings even for free. You know, um, I don't think they'll make that same mistake with the these other games.
So you're fairly confident that Gotham Knights will come out swinging on
Yeah,
top.
I really do think so. Yeah,
That's what's up, and that's fair. All right, back. You sitting over there looking like
I
you
know
was
he's always
waiting.
looking so contemplative back there.
He's doing that Dwayne Johnson that stare, like he looks off to the side, and
mhm. Oh, that's
he's.
just for my camera.
So what
No,
about
yeah,
with you, man?
yeah. I've seen the trailers. Been around for a while. I mean, both games look good. I would hope that, yeah, I would hope they'd stay far away from the Avengers style of gameplay and would go more towards the Arkham series style of gameplay, where the skill trees you're not
Are you talking about the combat and the how
like the
you
looter
like
shooter
the
aspect. Yeah, the
uh-huh.
loot
Yeah.
aspect of it. I would really hope they'd stay away from that.
I don't
And
think that is a looter kind of. It's not a games as service game.
yeah,
It's one of
well,
those games you
I'm talking
just
about as
play.
far as Avengers go, I would
Yeah.
hope that they would learn from that and stick to what you know. Good skill trees and good combat that you had from the Arkham series. And if you want to make it a big open world like they had in Arkham City and Arkham Knight, where you've got a lot of places you can go, a lot of character. You know, you're going to have a lot of characters you're going to be fighting both in the Gotham Knights, and you've got plenty of characters you're going to be taking down in the Injustice style story and Suicide Squad. So that's one that's a little bit less prevalent in games, where Injustice is the only one which took it to that, like to that storyline. You're more used to in the TV series and the games of going through the traditional story and characters. So it'll be interesting to see how the story plays out. And yeah, it just depends what I'm playing at the time because there's so much coming out. Is if I jump in day one or if they pull it on the Game Pass, which it's possible it could be there day one, but at the very least,
Which one?
either one.
Okay.
Either one possible. It could be there day one, but at the very least, I expect it to be there eventually because they've had all the Arkham series games in Game
Right.
Pass.
Right.
So
Exactly.
eventually, we'll see it come.
And so,
I will play long before eventually, because if it's not there, I'm scraping my pennies together and I'm buying it.
Mm.
So, you know,
and you know that's what's up, and that's what I'm talking about for as options, and and like you said, there's something, and I want to get my thought is I think both games were amazing, but they're both doing something very special. They're intentionally not showing stuff. They're intentionally telling us things to make us believe something that is hard for us to believe. Like Gotham Knights want us to believe Batman is dead. It's like, how do you do that? Is it possible? Are they truly taking the safety net away of Batman and leaving it to the Bat family? Or is there something else going on? They're purposely doing that because that is that mystery is what I miss when it comes to movie trailers, right? I feel like now movie trailers just shows everything, and when you watch the movie, you have no surprise. So I definitely appreciate that they're intentionally being ambiguous when it comes to things and showing us the key things that are important, like the story of the Quarter Owls. If you guys don't know, the Quarter Owls is one of the great stories. Scott Snyder, his run on Batman, um, very good story, very intriguing, a lot of good mystery. I mean, you know, Batman is supposed to be the world's greatest detective, yet this society of a uh, some sort of Illuminati esque. Uh, it existed in Gotham underneath Batman's nose the entire time, and his parents was involved. He didn't even know. It was just it's like another murder mystery, or it might not know. It might they may or may not be connected. We you know there's a lot of mystery there, and I encourage people to read the comic to kind of make up their own, bring their own conclusion. But it is definitely a dope story, and I'm glad they chose that one because it also because of the story arc, it is very flexible. They could kind of go down any road and kind of create their own world within that storyline. So shout out to Scott Snyder. He had the best Batman run in recent times. One of the best comic book writers out there for sure. Um, and for this games, you know, I am super excited. Uh, like everyone touched on, Rocksteady is definitely immaculate. I mean, to this day, everybody in the chat, tell me what superhero game looks better than Batman Arkham Knight. Keep in mind, Batman Arkham Knight has no 4K upgrade, no optimization, no texture added.
Yeah.
and it is beautiful,
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
Tell me, anybody, just challenge open. Open. You name one. I know a lot of people want to say Spider-Man, but please let me tell you, I could turn Spider-Man on right now and put it next to it, and Spider-Man has the upgrades. And I look at Batman on just the beginning opening with the rain falling off his suit, still killing it. There is nothing coming close. So with that being said, that
With a
shows
PC mod.
that definitely Rocksteady has the talent. Other Zinc says Halo Infinite. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Really?
By the
We're
way,
not gonna, we're not
let me
gonna do
say,
this, okay? We're not
you
gonna do this.
mentioned Rocksteady again, so I'm going to say real quick. Even before they showed the Rocksteady emblem, as soon as I saw the Arkham Asylum emblem pop on the screen, I
Mhm.
knew it was from Rocksteady because you could see that style in that artwork. I knew it was from the same people, and I went, okay, I'm sold. All I had to see was before I even saw Rocksteady. I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know,
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Whenever you put out a body of work where you just have hit after hit, it's like nobody even needs to see what you're doing now.
yeah.
They just you done set a level of expectation where they see the trend of growth, and you just keep giving them hitters after hitters, right? And you stick to and you take your time to create this experience that no one else can give you. Again, I challenge is open, you guys. Hey, if someone, I was gonna say, listen, I wanted to know, is anyone in the chat a Steam gamer? If anybody is in the chat, let me know. Are you a Steam gamer? I got some codes.
I'm a Steam gamer.
My
You're not just
Oh,
co-host,
that anymore.
look who just got
Tardy
up.
Tardy
Look
Clowns,
who just
he
got up.
shows up, but he already gets the benefits. But I'm talking to everyone in the chat. Listen, if you guys are a Steam gamer, I got some game codes to give away, and I want to know anybody that want to accept this challenge to tell me any superhero game that looks better than Arkham Knight. When did Arkham Knight come out? How long ago was that?
When Jesus
Forever and
came
a
back.
day. Hang on.
Go ahead and do the research. So
2007.
There you go.
2007. Here it is.
That's a
Damn near
guess.
22.
I wouldn't go with.
Oh,
No, I
Paul,
definitely
do the
wouldn't go with
research.
that. That was an
Paul, do the research.
Yeah, no, what are you doing
Arkham
over there,
City might
Carlo?
be that
Geez.
At
old.
least at least 2013, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah, because that was an Xbox One game. Arkham City was a 360 game.
so for all you guys out there, co-host Clowns has joined us. Um, thank you, Clowns, for coming. How you feeling there, buddy?
Just hanging in there, you know. But I didn't want to miss the show. You're doing. I mean, the panel is fantastic. 100, first time ever I
That's
see
right.
you on
100.
camera. 100,
100.
100,
Yeah.
and back. Thank you for
Hey,
joining us, man. I didn't
You're
no
really.
welcome.
problem.
I didn't want to
Anytime.
miss this with you coming on here because I know your schedule's a once in a lifetime opportunity
Look at
sometimes.
others.
Y'all ain't
And
gonna
You just
compare
got to
to some of
schedule
our
months in
favorites
advance.
like that.
June
and
Not,
2015, by the way.
and I know
2015.
Paul's
What?
been booked up like crazy with all his
He's a freaking
magazines and
celebrity,
commercial.
bro.
I know.
He
You
gonna
guys
start
talk me
taking
up more than I
vacations
do.
from the
I don't know
show.
how to
Be
take
like,
it.
I gotta put 4GQTV on the schedule now because you guys gotta. You can only get so much of my time. You know what I mean?
And they say Forza has gone gold, but I think Paul deserves gold wheels on his chair.
We should get a
Yeah.
Forza chair.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
But I mean,
can I tell a secret about Forza right now?
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, let go ahead. Go ahead, finish. What he's gonna say, Cloud? What he's gonna say?
oh no, I was just gonna say that with Paul getting gold wheels and like a Forza chair, he can probably just like zoom through conventions and
Yeah.
everybody's gonna have to run out of the way.
That would be dope. What if he's the first one to have an accessibility chair that is a Xbox Forza chair?
Ooh,
He
Xbox
deserves
license
it,
for
man. He deserves it. I will say that. He does a lot of good stuff for the community, and I actually look up to Paul a little bit sometimes too because there's a lot of challenges that he faces, and then he talks about it openly, and he's not ashamed or embarrassed, and they take advice, from his feedback, and he gives a lot of great feedback on accessibility and ideas, and he's very welcoming to those with disabilities as well, which I think is very important in the gaming community as a whole. So thank you, Paul, for all that you do.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
and
Yeah, not many people look up to me because I'm always sitting down, but whatever.
I mean, Paul used to get mad at me because I beat him in a foot race, but I think we made up now. What's your secret here, 100? What you gonna tell about Forza?
I got a secret. Like I've been doing it for the last 2 years.
Ooh,
Anybody's going to get Forza on Game Pass, right? And you want the ultimate edition of it, the ultimate edition, go in the store right now. It's $44.99. You get all the add-ons if you got Game Pass already. I've been doing this
Really?
for the last 2 years. So you get everything. You get the all you get everything that you'll get off the Ultimate Edition. You'll get it all. And it's 49.90. It's 44.99. I don't know. I don't California, they don't charge electronic prices. But you can get that right now if you're going to get because I see people talking about they want to support the developer. That's how I support the developer.
Hmm.
I get the Ultimate Edition, and I get all the cars. I get everything that that Super Edition has, and I'm only spending 44.99.
That's what's up, man.
44.99, and
That's
and and that's how people say it because it's in Game Pass. Microsoft already supporting the developer because they already that's their team. They already
Yeah.
supporting them. They already supporting them. So what I support them, I go grab the Ultimate joint, and it's 44.99. It's in the store. It's a deal in the store. It's actually it was 39 last year. Now it was $50. They put it to 44 now. Go in deals or an Xbox store, and you can get that deal right now. And I want to do this. This is what I'm gonna do because I'm feeling myself right now. If anybody can find out how long I've been on YouTube, I will pay for it.
Hold on. Can I take guesses?
No, you can't. You can't be my friend. You can't know me, but know of me, and none of that. I don't know. If you can
Man.
find out how long I've been on YouTube, matter of fact, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'll make it easy. Go find out my. Go find out my greatest hits, most views on YouTube, and I'll buy that package for you. I'll buy that package for you. You got to have a PC or Xbox account, but I will give it to you, no problem. I will give it to you.
Hmm.
That's why I
Clowns,
said
That
no
go
need.
sounds
find
like
go
a good
yeah,
deal,
and
guys.
you going they're not gonna get it right away.
I would say,
No,
like, if I was gonna guess off the top of my head,
yeah.
13.6. 13 years and 6 months.
You don't count. I know you.
Yeah.
But
Wait, does that mean I was?
you don't count. You don't count.
Oh
Uh-oh.
God!
You don't count. You
Carlo just
don't
blew
count.
it for
'Cause
everybody,
I know
man.
you. You don't count, clown. Because clown slow. I've been around for a while.
So that means
No,
anybody that
actually it's not. You close, clowns. I put it close because they saying 8. They're saying 8. I actually YouTube told me it's been around close to 10.
okay,
It's been close to
that's what's
10. So I
up.
got to get that to you. I get that to you. I get
I
that to
actually
you.
don't think I'm following you yet, somehow, amazingly enough. But
Hey, you go. Hey, you got to see. I know. I know. Y'all getting the calm guy. Um, because but like I said, that's the way that you can purchase that
yeah.
package where you get everything. You don't got to spend that $200 for it if you got Game Pass. That's all I'm giving out
Yep.
to the people. You can spend 44 some bucks for it. And who playing
Listen,
Guilty Gear?
I was just sharing.
Man, I don't
Um,
like you. Why you get to play Guilty Gear and I can't play
I'm not.
Guilty
I'm
Gear?
sharing for the people out here. You
I
about to
don't
give
like
away
you. I
money. I'm
can't
just
play
trying to
Guilty Gear,
support.
man.
I'm just trying to
Well,
support.
I'm supporting too. But I can't get no Guilty. I can't play
Yeah, you
Guilty Gear
can.
unless I got to go on the PC. That's
Yeah, you
crazy.
can. You can
But
get
shout
it
out to
in.
Guilty Gear. I love Guilty Gear. It's one of
Um,
my favorite fighting games.
Let me just say, look, check it out. I know clowns, you haven't been here, bro, and I want you to get in on and give everyone your thoughts on a lot of things we discussed. But before that, I want to just say, like, my thoughts was again that Rocksteady, we already know that their brand carries the quality, and that's the thing, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like, whenever you get to that point, that threshold, now you're setting the level that everybody else has got to follow. everybody else is going to compare something else to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Every Spider-Man come out is going to get compared to Batman, Arkham. Every even the Wolverine games getting made is going to be compared. And yeah, they do. Let me just say that they do good work over there, um, on those Marvel titles. However, there's still a champion here that hasn't made a game since 2015. Right? I don't know if everybody ever seen that, but I'm just saying that's the thing. So I'm just putting it out there like, clowns first. Thank you for coming. And I still got some Steam codes to give away. Nobody told me they some Steam gamer. So hey, everyone in the chat, if you guys are Steam gamer, let me know. And I got some random games to give away. No worries. But if you are clowns, are you getting the Xbox fridge?
I want to get the Xbox fridge. Um, I'm gonna try. I know it comes out in December, but if I get that, that's probably gonna be the only thing that my wife allows me to get for Christmas. Because somebody in the house has to be good with the budget, and that's definitely not me. Because I would walk out with that fridge, an Elite controller, the Series S, a couple more
I
games.
got you, Prophet. Got
You
you.
know what I
Go ahead.
mean?
Yeah.
But
And I
clowns, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I heard you was in a party chat the other night, the other morning
Mm-hmm.
with our good brother, 108 Dragons TV. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was upset today.
Uh-oh.
Was you upset like he was upset?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Was you upset because a certain individual in this party got one and he ain't got one, but we had we had World War 17 today. So did you feel like Microsoft disrespected you, or um they went with Target instead of going with another distributor or something like that? How do you feel about that?
I'm not upset about it at all. I think that unfortunately it's really not Microsoft's fault, right? It is the fault of these retailers that don't really put in good systems against the bots. Best Buy has the best one where you have to do phone verification and you have to enter digits. It slows some bots down. So I blame Target, man. Like I think Xbox did the best that they could do to get these out there to get the fans excited. And I think as a hardcore fan, we're very fortunate that Aaron and Phil can get things like this done. And this was just a joke, right? This was like a huge joke. And fans were like, "Oh no, I would really want this. I would use it." And bam, it happens. I mean, how lucky can we be as fans for them to do something like that? Like, I would love a PlayStation 5 fan, that goes, but they don't make one. You know what I mean? Um, so am I upset?
what kind of sound
100?
was that, dude?
That was a fan.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I
was
know
a
what you're
fan.
talking about.
My goodness.
Do you need to hear it
You're
again?
you're dirty.
No, we
You
don't.
was you was messy as I don't know what.
Like that.
Oh, I think he just spit on his mic. I think he
No,
just-
no, I didn't lick my mic.
That
I'm not on
doesn't sound like a
Twitch.
fan.
I'm
It
not on
sounds like something else.
No, I'm not upset at all. 100. December, I'll have a chance to get it, and
Prophet,
hopefully,
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was gonna tell Prophet, hey, hit me up on Twitter and I'll definitely send you your code. Just DM me, my DMs are open. Anybody else that is also a Steam player, just let me know. Like and subscribe and definitely share. And I definitely will get you a random Steam game. I have no idea. I just got a bunch of them. So it is what it is. I can't tell you what it is. It's just a free game. So
You know
go
what,
ahead and
Prophet?
finish there.
I should come out with T-shirts for the Cerebral Paul podcast tour 2021. You know,
Oh yeah, I mean that is true. Cerebral Paul is not just on a tour; he is like on every podcast there is these days. I think he's becoming a member of just about every panel. But he's definitely a good guy, and I'm glad to see that.
But go ahead,
Now,
finish, Guns.
um, I wasn't upset as Lemon was. And I know PK. PK has a trick to these things. I don't know if he told you his trick,
He
how he
got an
got one.
algorithm.
He's
He got
got
an
a
algorithm.
trick. No, he's got a good trick. So, when you add something to cart and you're typing in your information to get one and all those bots scalp it real fast? Well, apparently, if you do it to your PayPal cart, right? If you pay through PayPal, PayPal holds the item until the PayPal charge goes through.
Yeah,
Ooh, good to know.
yeah. I did.
Sorry,
And,
PK, that I
if you have a
eluded your
if you
stuff.
have if you have a corporate account, it does the same thing too. But business account. But I ain't got one. I didn't want to get one. Like I said, I was going to wait for the second batch. Uh, But I saw you guys, and he explained to me he said you and him was together. That was Band of Brothers, and that was
They
both
were
disappointing.
they were in there before me.
You know,
I think that's what he mean.
and they got mad. He's mad because PK got one, and I was like, well, I go everything with low expectations. If I don't get one, I like I said earlier, I got an Xbox One S. I don't have an X yet. I don't have the money for it. Can't get one. I'm not finna go pay for the extra stuff where I can get it for a regular price. So that's how I mean, we man, if you got that refrigerator, hey,
I mean, it's
I
gonna be mass marketed. Let's be real. Like I said, it's not a chip shortage situation.
uh,
It's not a like a computer or anything. It's just got a freaking, you know, uh, a heating coil on the back. Literally, only thing I got to worry about is copper.
Mhm.
That's about it. But but I'm pretty sure everybody will have a chance to get one though. Um, what about like clowns? What about how you felt about the storage price and the new storage options for the
Well,
series?
there's something that I can talk about on this that a lot of people may not follow me on or realize what I'm talking about. But apparently, okay, according to some Chinese modder, the Xbox Series X port in the back, the expansion slot, and on the S, they work with CF Express cards for the cameras. So what people have been doing that unfortunately don't want to buy a licensed one will go out and get these CF Express kind of cards, and they're kind of like flimsy, right? Like it's got a connector piece, a little bit of ribbon, and then it got a spot for your like the what is it called? It's slipping my mind right now. Like the SD NAND cards or whatever they're called, right? And you stick it in there and it works. Works just like Xbox storage, and they've done it so far with up to 2 GB or 2 TB cards. Um, and the CF Express things are about $60. The obviously wherever you get your SSDs or whatever is the price you're going to pay for it. But in the long run, it's probably cheaper because once you have that CF Express slot thing, you can just do that all the time. You can always expand it. And it seems to be working. It's just not as fast as the actual expansion cards. It's slightly slower, but it's just as fast. It's almost as fast. So, I mean, to me, that's not a big deal. And I'm more the type of guy that's going to try the workaround solutions. I like to do things like that. And if my
We do
X,
not support this on 4GQT.
it
We do
may
not
it,
su-
it may void your warranty, okay, but it's not against the law. It's not against the law, but it may void your warranty if your console overheats from it. or something. But I mean, it appears to be working.
For once, I wasn't the one talking when PK had to deny culpability. Instead, usually I'm the one saying stuff because we don't support that.
For educational purposes. If you guys want to throw your money and try it, then but I would not recommend it as a thing.
Six says that it doesn't work. That they used an Xbox drive to test. Um, no, they on AliExpress actually sell the CF adapters that work directly, and they claim that they use third-party SSDs. They use Samsung SSDs.
But again, all this is at your own risk, people.
Yeah, it's all your own risk. I
Yeah,
mean, that's true.
educational purposes, maybe I would not recommend it.
We're not Kotaku over here, okay?
Right.
You better know what you're doing.
So but you gotta drive clowns. You gotta
Only the one on my PC. That's it. And
you
I'm
get
not
a
gonna I'm not gonna take it out. I'd have to wait a little bit to possibly find one and get one, cheap enough, and then do it.
all right. Well, I I see it. You don't got a problem with the prices either, dude. That's another one of the uh kind of the issues, right? The price because the 2 terabytes 400.
No, no. I mean, the price is what it's gonna be, right? It is what it is. Licensing, marketing, it's all factored into that. The cost. Uh, so I can't, you can't you can't get mad at capitalism, right? It's they have to make money to stay in business, and if they sold these things at cost, they wouldn't be worth shipping them to the U.S.
But what about I mean, this is how much the SDs cost on a computer anyway. I mean, this is how much they cost at market. So I don't see the why there should be an uproar when this is just what it is. This is normal stuff. It's not like they cost more than any other NVMe you would buy for a PC or whatnot. On that same level. Um, and that's cool, man. And I'm just kind of breezing through. I know everybody quiet. I don't want everybody to get uh you know bored, but I just wanted to get your thoughts as we breeze through. And I did you go over the did you see the Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad trailer?
No, I did not, but I will tell you this: I do
Man,
want to.
I'm about to kick him out right now.
No, 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 I want to get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
So you should you need to go watch it. I'm gonna come back to you. You do your homework. But for sure, DC Fandom was amazing. Had a lot of stuff going on, not just the games, but they talked about a lot of. I know a lot of people are not always comic book fans, but and I'm just talking about this briefly because I'm not sure everybody else um, into this stuff. But we here at 4GQ we do more than just games. We do everything, right? We're a media entertainment channel, so we talk about a little bit of everything. As you guys see, we interview people in the industry, and this is what we do. All right. So with that being said, I just want to throw out that Milestone Media, which is a black owned and created comic book media company, right? Um, and I'm sure a lot of you know that the father of one of the characters is Static, who created this company. Static Shock is what you guys know him as. So they came out and they confirmed that there will be a Static live action movie. Finally, Static
Nice.
live action movie, animated joint. Oh, and by the way, the live action movie is being produced by Michael B. Jordan. If you guys are a fan of him and his work and how he does drama storytelling, then you probably guys are in for a good treat, right?
When you say, I'm not the greatest out here with jokes and everything, but when you say Michael B. Jordan, do you mean the basketball player?
Oh, gee.
He ain't no
I
basketball
knew
player.
somebody was going to do that. I knew
You off the
somebody was
I
going to do
pills?
that.
I don't know if I should just kick him now or
Yeah, you off the you. What medicine you
Put him
off of? Might as
backstage.
well be
Put
the
him on
basketball.
timeout.
A
Put him on
he
basketball
needs to
player.
timeout.
start
See?
over. I don't know if he understands.
Yeah, let's rewind. Let's
uh,
rewind. Let's rewind. You said the basketball player. I'm like, ain't no basketball.
but
Let me be
nah, but
quiet.
it's
This is
good
our
stuff.
podcast.
It's good to see what I thought was also cool, kind of touching on what Cerebral Paul is doing is they are partnering up with Ally to create what they call the Milestone Initiative. And what it is they're going to bring in or giving people opportunities who maybe wanted to be in the business. I don't care if you want to be an artist, editor, colorist, writer, whatever. They are, and I think, is it right, clowns? They're doing all expenses paid in the master classes and everything, and
Yeah.
giving
So
people.
if
Go
you
ahead,
get
Phil.
accepted into this program, from what I read, you obviously what they're looking for is people that are underrepresented. So people of color, people of different
Accessibility challenges.
uh, different ethnicities, people that have accessibility issues. They want to see and help you grow. If you get accepted into the program, so they will pay an all expense paid trip to DC headquarters in New York City, and you get to take the 5 master classes. You get a mentor, and it's not just being an artist, right? So whatever you want to do in comics, and you're an underrepresented person. It could be colorist, it could be inker, it could be letterer, it could be editor, it could be artist, it could be writer. Whatever it is that you dream of and doing in comics is where they will help you with. And honestly, guys, I would like to see more writers that are
Right,
underrepresented because that would create more stories. I mean,
right,
there's so many great artists out there. And if you come up with a great story and you get in this milestone program, man, that story is going to take off and it's going to go places, you know?
right. Yeah. So, and with that said, the whole purpose of this is to create the next generation, right? The next generation milestone, because um, these are some numbers I didn't even know. Apparently, people of color only make up 3% of all artists in the whole industry. And this was going through on their stream while they're talking about it. And they only make up 5% of all writers. So, and it's not just for people of color, it's for anyone who wants this opportunity. However, they're trying to create a space for anybody who is interested, just interested. You don't have to be the next Jim Lee or uh, anyone, right? You don't have to be a Scott Snyder or Jeff Johns or none of that. You just be you and go take these classes. I mean, they're putting it out there for everyone to give it a try. I say that's amazing. That's actually a good thing. I don't know how anybody else feel about that, but maybe you
I
guys not
wish I could
really.
write. I wish I could write because I always have ideas. I just can't put them down on paper for shit. I'm sorry.
Well, it sounds like Paul, you can just get you
I'm
assistant
probably a
like
little older than their target audience too. So
well, no, there is
I'm
no
the
age
last
limit.
generation. I'm not
No,
the
there's no age limit. When they said next generation, they talking about people
Yeah,
with
I know.
ideas and want to tell
But
their side of the story.
Paul, don't never put yourself down. Um, I'm in the sci-fi like crazy. Gene Martinberry went to his grave putting stuff to for Star Trek. We got other stuff. Don't put yourself down because you feel like, what I'm saying, you ain't here no more. You is here. We talking to you. You here. My God, you here. You got ideas, you got thoughts. We
So,
all have it.
Yep.
I mean, does this sound like something you might be interested in? Then, Paul, is that what you're telling me?
It would, yeah. If they could figure out how to get me to take the base ideas, because I do have, I mean, to say myself, I have some good base ideas. I just don't know what to do with them after that. To develop them
Uh,
to something
I
what's
would
better.
that
I would
damn
go
thing
check it out,
called?
man. I would just
Yeah.
check it out if you, and that goes for anyone in the chat. I think you guys should not sell yourself short. I would definitely check it out. Do not compare yourself to anybody. The whole reason they did this movement is to get the people who are interested, who never had a chance but got ideas and want to explore them. So for sure, don't be
Yeah, I'll
that
have to check
person.
that out.
Um, and I encourage you, if you haven't seen the stream, go ahead and check that out too. Because this is what it's for. It's for us. Um, there's a lot of other stuff going on in DC fandom. I'm not sure anybody else seen this or anybody else interested um in what happened on the fandom. Anybody? This
About
free
what?
form.
About what? I watched. I ended up
Anything.
watching the clips.
The movie clips, whatever.
Um, shoot, I like the fandom.
What
Fandom.
what did you see that
Uh,
you
uh,
thought stood out?
Everything stuck out. That was fabulous. That was fabulous. It was just straight fabulous. Everything from the movies to the video games, it was on point.
I felt that
Even
was
they
a solid
showing
show. Yeah, go ahead.
that was straight on point. Like whoever did that, put that together, they need a bonus. They need a bonus because I was asleep at the time when it was going live, but then when I was seeing the cuts, I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the? This is this is this is what I want to see, you know. And I see other YouTubers, um, that's all they do is you know, that genre, and they were sitting there like they're talking about games, everything. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? What the heck is going on? That's what woke me up. Like I ain't gonna lie, I woke up drinking because I wanted to see everything. But it was fabulous. You know, it got to the point. It got straight to the point. Marvel does it too. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you I'm a Marvel fan, I'm a DC fan. I just like that genre, period. But they hit it like bang, bang, bang. They was hitting you over hits, over hits, over hits, over hits. Even
Yeah.
Aquaman. I couldn't even see an Aquaman. I couldn't see an Aquaman trailer because everybody in my timeline was having Aquaman trailers. I ain't want to hear from them. I wanted to watch it for myself. I had to go. I'm like that's incredible. That's incredible. You know, what I'm saying to you got you got Jason Moore walking out. This is what I'm doing. How you doing? This is what I'm doing. We over here doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. But he say this is what I'm man. He's playing it right now.
Yeah. And to answer the question earlier, Kubu, I'm gonna kill his name. Kube's Junkie. That was Guilty Gear Strive. I was showing off. And this is a different game here, Road Company, and I'm just doing this casually because I wanted to people to know that the reason why I'm in such a good mood is because Game of the Year is this time of the year, and talking about all these things, DC fandom and all this. It's time to give back to what these guys have been doing to entertain us. Some of these people put in a lot of work and a lot of effort to uh, to entertain us, right? Um,
Yeah.
and with that being said, Fandom was a great show. Yes, they had trailers. However, just if you guys took time to just listen to some of the artists, I mean, who's a Dwayne Johnson fan? You know,
I
Yeah.
am
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
the
Yeah, I
Rock.
like
and
the Rock.
when you hear him talk about the movie that he's passionate about that he's in, obviously, um, he goes in, he talks about in detail, and I didn't even know all those characters was in that movie, like Dr. Fate and Hawkman and all these. I didn't even know they were in Black Adam. This was new to me. All this is new to me. But just listening to how passionate they are about the movies that they're in. It was not just them; it was a lot of people, right? Of course, people make fun of John Cena, but honestly, if you go watch that, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a comic book nerd, but I knew nothing about some of those characters that were chosen for that Suicide Squad movie, and because of how great that went, they got a spinoff TV show, and Peacemaker looks good. I have no expectations for that, and it does look good. And with that being said, I think this is great that they're. I want to get away from a lot of the media that was just spoon feeding us a lot of stuff just for the sake of doing it, right? Not really putting the time and effort into writing. I felt like writing was dying off and getting stale. But when you could come out and get people excited and give them something brand new they never seen before. I mean, let's be real. Even the Flash trailer, you might not be excited for the Flash himself, but when you seen that silhouette of that Batman, and you're like, I know who that is. And then when he was about to pull the curtain back on that Batmobile and what shape that Batmobile was, I know a lot of people got excited for that because that's bringing back. Bring it
Yeah.
back. Oh, thank you, Cerebral Paul. The initiative closes applications on November 14th. So please get it in. Clowns, anybody else? I don't want to go on and on, but
I ain't got no application.
let's see where we at. We at 8:38, so we can close up. If anybody else got anything else,
I just want to say that something really big is happening within our podcast group, and I want to congratulate Midway and That Mama Rocks. They're finally gonna meet soon in like about 31 days.
dude, you just spoiled everybody. You gotta let
No,
them tell them that people didn't even know that was a thing.
yeah, it was. It's on Twitter. They posted it
Oh,
on Twitter.
oh, yeah,
So
they
I
did.
just, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for them, and it's gonna be, as they know, fantastic.
Ah,
If you get that joke, a lot of people won't get that joke, but I'll explain it. Okay, so we were doing a podcast episode with the interview, and Midway didn't realize that the Fanta label might have been showing, and it shouldn't have been showing. So we always joke now about Fanta showing because he was drinking an orange Fanta. It's not as funny when I say it, right? It's more funny just
Clowns,
yeah.
you need not to be a comedian.
so
I'm
if
sorry,
you see all
brother.
the if you see all the phantom memes that are getting posted on my wall,
Hey,
yeah, that's why. That's what.
we good. We good.
Do you
Just
ever
wanted to
drink
tell the
any
story.
Fantastic Juice 100?
Yeah, I drink. They already know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking on.
Uh huh. Yeah.
I drink on the poison. But that's another story.
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
Another story
Uh,
for another day. We don't got to talk about that one.
um, but
But
I,
I
I do want to
appreciate
say
y'all had me on the show. I really do. I ain't think y'all had never had me on the show.
no.
Okay,
This is your first time. PK doesn't
I ain't.
realize before GQ TV is covering his face up. Um,
it's okay. That means I'm part of it.
I didn't. Yeah, I never
you're
know. Like I
you're
said,
incognito. You're hiding behind it. Um, I just want to say though, I really want to thank you for hosting the show, PK. And I noticed that when you were hosting, we must have hit some type of keyword on that mini fridge because we had like 600 something, almost 700 watching at some point. That was steady. Um, so that was amazing, and thank you to, back from coming on as well, and thank you to 100 for his first official appearance. And he kept it clean. He kept it clean.
I told you I
Uh,
can keep it clean. I don't know why y'all think I can keep it clean. I forgot I work for a law firm.
I know why he
I
said
gotta
that
keep
to
it
me.
clean.
I know what that said.
I work for a law firm. I can't. I do. 100 is a whole different character. Y'all got my government name. I ain't gonna tell everybody. I
Government
got
name.
oh
Marshall
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. You don't
Y'all
gotta
got
worry about that.
Marshall tonight. I wasn't going. No, because this is y'all's thing, and I understand that. And I saw PK hit me up, and I was like, man, okay, I'm here. He know I was home.
And I also
And
want
like
to
I
thank.
said, y'all family to me. So I will go.
Yeah, matter of fact, Clowns, you want to close out since you here, and you can go ahead and close out with everything. Then, you
Oh no,
know.
I was gonna let you do that.
Okay.
But I do also want to thank Paul for coming on because I know like sometimes you're starting computers and stuff, things don't work right, but he made it happen and he came on, and I know like most of our crew is waiting for Midway to return after football season. Infinite had a special night tonight with the misses, and Graphic God took a nap.
Wait
So
a minute, you gotta be weak that I just went in there. I just got wrecked because you just made me weak. Oh
but go ahead,
man.
PK. Take it out and do what you usually do. The
Yeah.
most
So
electrifying man in the YouTube land.
yo, don't forget, and like I said, thank for everybody coming out for show. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. This show ain't nothing without you guys. And I know I'm doing horrible now because I'm distracted, but hey, I might stream later and you can see me get it in for sure. But it won't be clean. Trust me. I'm a little too competitive and aggressive when I play this game. So I'm really good at it though. I know it's not showing right now. Um, but hey, back. Thanks for coming through, bro. Yo, could you tell everyone that has been watching and enjoying your expensive uh transformer chair, where can they find that? No, no, where can they find you? I'm sorry, I was just so jealous.
Well, I'd have to ask my wife about that. She's the one who ordered the couch. But as far as where you can find me streaming on Twitch. Um, just a variety of games, and yeah, it's a mature channel, so you will hear me swear occasionally. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Back from the Dead 1. You can find me on Xbox Live and PSN if you want to hang out and play games or chat at Back from Dead 1. And yeah, again, really appreciate the invite, and thanks for having me here.
Yeah, man,
Great
it was
to
fun, man.
first time I got to talk to 100 outside of a party chat. Great to see you.
Yeah,
And hanging out with Paul and Clowns and PK. Great to be here. Yeah.
for sure,
And have a
bro.
lot of fun playing games. It's nice that I got a chance to be on the podcast. So
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. So, thanks for coming through, and we can always do this again another time. No worries. It ain't no one time deal. As long as you don't keep showing off your couch, we good.
I'd have to show off
Um,
my camera for that.
uh, no, but for sure, 100 coming through with the clutch, like what I'm saying, like he playing sports out here in the leagues. You know what I mean? Right off of work, fresh off
I,
the
I,
boat. He just come through.
I
I ain't
tell
about to
y'all
do this
if
on
I'm
phone. I'm about to
available.
hook
This
this
hey,
up and get it in. So 100, thanks, man. Hey, tell everybody where to find your podcast and where to hit you up.
my podcast is Xbox Has No Games. It's the Triple X podcast. We use a lot of explicitives, and we don't play no games. But no, but like I say, this is a different podcast. I respect different podcasts. People don't respect that. I don't have a. I can't have an intellectual conversation with people. But it's cool. But y'all can check that out Saturdays at 8:30 Pacific time. You know. And like I say, go check out. You know what I'm saying? I listen to. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
Lemon
late
108.
night. It's like
Yeah, it's
late
late
night
night.
with
It's late
100.
night for y'all. It ain't
Late
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 night for
night with
me.
100. It's not
Yeah,
bad though.
late
It's
night.
Saturday, so it's all good. You know what I
It's
mean?
Saturday, so it's late
It's
night. So you
it's
don't.
right.
And the thing about it is, I'm laying down parlay bets at the same time. So when y'all saying that I ain't talking, I'm gambling. I gamble, but I do gamble. But no, that's sometimes y'all don't hear me talk. But I have a great crew. I love my man Flip, my man Livewire,
You got good
and
people, man.
whoever I can get in. Whoever I get, if you guys want to get in, y'all welcome to get in. Just be yourself. That's what I do. I don't have no topics. That's the thing. What I don't. I have it to an Xbox podcast. That's what I turn to an Xbox Live. We have no topics. If you don't say you don't like this, I want the war. I want the fun. But if you ain't with it, it's I understand. I understand. But I've been doing this for too many years. And I still ain't saw nobody saw how many saw somebody gotta hit me up. You gotta hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter to see what's my greatest hits on Xbox Live. I mean not
I
on
found
Xbox
you.
on Twitter
I
on
found
on
your most
YouTube.
view. I found your most viewed, but I figured I wasn't eligible, so I'll let other people
You
pick
can't
it.
no, you ain't eligible because you no, you ain't it. I know you. I don't know you. I don't give it to thing about it is I don't give it to nothing nobody I know.
You don't know me. You don't know me. Oh, sorry. I went into my
Yeah,
Jerry
I give
Springer
it to you.
moment.
I just give it to you on GP. I just give it to you on GP. If you need it, I give it to you.
I'm good.
Paul, you need it? I'll send it to you on GP.
Hey, listen.
I would
Thanks
like it, but I
100.
don't
But I
need it.
think
You know, it's
everybody
one of those
does.
things. I would like it, but I don't need it.
I think everybody should check out your podcast though. It is hilarious,
Yeah.
especially when you got certain people in the chat all the time, and it's just like it's comedy to me because they're always going at it, and it's funny. I don't know. I think it is anyway. Um,
I have subbed to the channel. I will be listening this weekend. Damn himself.
You
hey,
want to
look,
come on, Paul?
I
You
got
up that late?
Paul. I got
Paul.
Paul addicted to Big Jaw.
Yeah,
So
Paul.
I
Yep,
love Big
yep.
Jaw. I already love
Oh,
Big Jaw. Okay, I can't get.
Paul, you want to come on? You can come on, Paul.
you
If
know,
you up, let me
you
know
know,
if you up.
100 lives out there where he at.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Big
I'm
John
a.
live out where you at? You in
No, where
California?
you at, 100? What you talking about, dog?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm north. I'm
Yeah,
like
I
I
watched
know
it
it.
much more of his stuff today. I was having a lot of fun watching that stuff.
No, Paul, you welcome to come on. Anybody welcome to come on my podcast. Like I say, it's nothing. We just have an Xbox party podcast. We don't. I
Yeah.
don't have nothing set. If you want to talk to about Nintendo Power for about 30 minutes, I do not care.
I'm good.
I do
No,
not care.
Hey,
but there, you're meeting tonight. You met the kindler, gentler me. If you've never heard me on other podcasts,
my
you don't
gosh.
know me yet.
I've been on the podcast with. I've been on Retro Renegades with you. You
Oh,
forgot?
have you? Oh, well, there's so many people on there.
You
I lost
know, we
track.
gotta
I lost track
excuse
who's been on there
Paul.
with me.
You know,
See,
his
Paul done
memory
forgot.
is fractured
Yeah, I'm
sometimes
old.
when it
I'm
comes
old.
to
So you know it's.
certain people.
I just don't go crazy on Retro Renegades
Yeah,
like I
yeah, yeah.
do. I respect people podcasts, so I don't go my own. I go. I don't give to. But
Yeah,
like I said, I've been on Retro Renegade several times.
yeah.
Shout out to my man
But I will.
Yobi. Shout out to my
I'll at
man
least pop
Graphic
into the
God.
chat
That's
this
my
weekend.
graphic
That'll be
designer.
fun.
Yeah, that's my graphic designer. And I got to
Yeah.
go bowling with him on Oculus. I keep on missing the dates.
They keep doing those bowling things. Yeah, gotta check that.
Yeah, I got to go get on Oculus. You know what I'm saying? But man, I know we got to get off here. I'm talking too much.
Yep. Nah, you good.
Um,
So I appreciate that again. You guys are got chemistry. That's what it is. Paul, I
You'll,
know, man, you got a long list.
I'm not going to give the whole long list because you always yell at me when I do.
I mean, you got yours in early in the show. I figured we
Yeah,
could
I
just
know.
get it out the
So
way.
that's Twitter. All that matters. Twitter Cerebral Paul one. Okay, that's the big one. You get there and you can find everything else. And if you're wondering where it is, you can ask me. So there you go.
That's
But
what's up.
yeah, I'm usually somewhere every night of the week at some point. Yeah.
That's what's up. So for sure, thanks everybody coming out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Um, follow Cerebral Paul for definitely the accessibility. This man is GP, the ambassador, no joke. Definitely want to hit him up and follow him if you're interested in at least participating. Um, here on 4GQ TV, we got some more great content coming. Definitely keep tuned in. We got some more interviews coming. I mean, yo, we're gonna be doing the daggone thing, so you don't want to miss out. Uh, clowns, is clowns you there, bro?
Yeah. Hey, did Bax say where he could be found at yet?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
PK.
did.
Oh, you
Yeah,
Yeah,
did?
I'll
he did.
also
You confusing
also be
me.
streaming with the
You
guys
you
on
you,
Next
you
Level
can find
Gaming
back.
channel
You
in
can
10
you can
minutes.
find back in all the YouTube chats. Okay, that's where you find back in all the
Oh,
chats.
absolutely.
No.
Also, so everybody can find me on 4GQ TV. We got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of plans, big growth on Facebook especially. Also, we got interviews lined up coming down the pipeline. Supposed to happen soon. It's just working out the dates is always the hardest thing. And I know there was something important I was supposed to say. Oh, that's it. Don't forget to check Next Level Gaming Podcast, which is coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern. So
Oh,
everybody
there
that's
it is.
been watching
You
us,
got like
please go check them
8 minutes.
out. Gamers United Guild. They're part of the Gamers United Guild Brotherhood. We're all proud, and it's going to be awesome that Back's going over there as well. So check it out. Go watch it.
For sure. Hey, and for me, I'm your most electrifying man in all entertainment. It's your boy PK,
In the
and I'm
YouTube
thank
land.
you for coming through, hanging out with us on 4GQ TV, and with all our guests of the panel. I know we talked about a lot of different stuff today, and if you guys got any questions or would like to make any comments, just put it down in the comment section. Hit us up on Twitter, especially follow me at PKX Live. You guys can definitely get some gaming in with me. I play on pretty much every platform, except for PlayStation. I play single player on PlayStation, but I have everything else open, and any multi-platform games I'll be willing to play for sure. And like I said, tune in for me and my co-hosts here, Clowns, and all our panel members or 4GQ TV. We're going to be putting out some new content here soon. So keep a close ear to the ground. We're going to get it in. Anyways, thanks for coming through, guys. You have a good one. We out. Peace.